There's an open call for cats. I'm thinking we go down there, sing memories, and make complete fools of ourselves. What do you say?
No.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 songs you should never audition with.
Which I bet you hear a lot of. That song.
That, The Impossible Dream from La Mancha, and Being Alive from Company. Yes.
It's a safe and standard choice.
Here I go, and there's no turning back. My great adventure has begun.
I'm becoming popular. La, 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 la.
For this list, we'll be looking at the worst songs to use when trying to put your best foot or voice forward. Whether it's too overdone, too hard to play, or just too hard to sing under pressure, it counts. Obviously, there are exceptions to every rule, but in general, it's a good idea to avoid these. Which song would you never audition with? Let us know in the comments below. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below. Number 10, a song from the show you're auditioning for.
Feel free to sing along if you know the words.
Okay.
It's a given, but an important one. Choosing a song from the show you're auditioning for can go wrong for so many reasons.
But darling, stay with me.
Wow! Thank you, Johnny.
The team watching you audition probably already has a certain creative approach in mind for the show, and if you miss the mark with a song from the show, they might feel like you're not the right fit.
Hi.
I can't breathe for the first time.
Jesus.
I'm so moving on, yeah.
Also, if you audition with a song from the show, you're probably going to pick a song for a role you want. Doing this might pigeonhole you in the director's mind, and they might not consider you for something else. Your best bet is to go with a similar style, but avoid anything from the show itself.
It's hard to believe that I couldn't see that you were always right beside me. This feeling like no other.
Number 9, Defying Gravity, Wicked.
Defying gravity. With you, defying gravity.
We all know Wicked, an iconic show with iconic performances that should definitely be avoided in the audition room. We almost went with Popular for this entry, which you should probably also avoid, but Defying Gravity is really the killer. With that said, if you know for a fact that you can absolutely nail this number on the first run, we won't stop you.
I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game.
But when you're following in the footsteps of Idina Menzel, Stephanie J. Block, and the like, you better be sure of your skills under pressure.
I think I'll try defying gravity, and he won't bring me down. Bring me down.
It's always best to avoid anything with such high standards already set. Number 8, Think of Me, The Phantom of the Opera.
Andre, this is doing nothing for my nerves. She's very pretty.
Think of me fondly when we've said goodbye.
If we're being realistic, you should probably avoid anything from Phantom of the Opera like the plague.
All right, I believe in you, and no one can sing this song better than you can.
Even Michael Crawford?
Go get him.
It's overdone, it's over the top, and it's tough to nail when you're nervous. But if we had to pick one song to throw by the wayside, we'll go with Think of Me.
Imagine me trying too hard to put you from my mind.
It's Christine's first big solo in the show, and with that stature comes a lot of pressure. The song involves a ton of vocal leaps, stays pretty high for the entirety of its run, and has one of the most difficult outros we've ever heard. If you absolutely must do Think of Me, just promise us you won't tackle that ending, alright? Number 7. Satisfied, Hamilton.
A toast to the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the bride, to the bride, to the bride, from your sister.
As soon as the Hamilton cast recording became available for mass consumption, every director in the musical theater world just knew they'd be hearing the songs at auditions for years to come. In fact, in just a few short years, many Hamilton songs became ones to avoid.
Watching it burn, the world has no right to my heart.
We definitely think you should leave Burn on the cutting room floor, but nothing's worse than picking Satisfied.
So I'm the one who has the social glide for one, 'cause I'm the oldest and the wittiest and the gossip in New York City is, and the city is, and Alexander is penniless. That doesn't mean I want him any less. Elizabeth Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you.
And it's always best to leave songs created for actors of color to the performers they're intended for. But even if the song is right for you, Satisfied is one that's tough to perfect. With its combination of belting, rapping, and acting, you need to be positive that you can absolutely kill it.
You will never be satisfied. I will never be satisfied.
Number 6. Bring Him Home, Les Miserables.
On high, hear my prayer.
With its big emotions and grand musical stylings, theater kids all over the world fell in love with Les Mis from an early age. But just because you love something doesn't mean you should bring it into the audition room.
I don't know how I didn't get in. I mean, how do you beat a monologue from Equus and 16 bars from Les Mis?
You're great, kid. They made a mistake.
You don't want to be the 10th person at said audition to break out on my own.
A world that's full of happiness that I have never known.
While we're on the subject, it's also probably a good idea to leave Bring Him Home out of the equation. The song requires a strong start right in those few notes that if you're even the least bit nervous, it's bound to show. Instead, go with something that gives you a little more breathing room, literally. Number 5. Waving Through a Window, Dear Evan Hansen.
Learn to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me.
Sometimes it's a great idea to sing a song from a newer musical for an audition. It's modern, it's fresh, and not a ton of people have had a chance to sing it yet. But in the case of Waving Through a Window from Dear Evan Hansen, it might not be the best choice.
On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window.
Ben Platt essentially made Evan Hansen what it and he is, and Waving Through a Window is without a doubt the most popular song in the show. If you're some secret savant who can blow Ben out of the water, by all means be our guest. As a general rule, though, it's always better to avoid the ones with iconic performances attached to them.
This
Rain on My Parade, Funny Girl.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade.
If Ben Platt is strongly tied to Evan Hansen, Barbara Streisand is basically married to Fanny Brice.
Your rendition of Don't Rain on My Parade was flawed. You totally lack Barbara's emotional depth.
Thus, pretty much everything she sings in the musical Funny Girl should be avoided. And none more so than Don't Rain on My Parade.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade.
When you're going into an audition, you want to make sure you stand out, while also showing off what you can do.
Hey, Mr. Arnstein, here I am.
The last thing you want is to be compared to someone who's not even auditioning for the role. And unfortunately, if you choose Don't Rain on My Parade, it's going to be near impossible to not compare you to Babs.
Rain on my parade.
Number 3, Being Alive, Company.
Someone to hold you too close. Someone to hurt you too deep.
Sondheim. In any other context, we'd be raving about how much we love his difficult and unique arrangements. When it comes to an audition room, however, you need the accompanist on your side from the get-go. So you should probably avoid incredibly difficult to play songs like Another 100 People.
Another 100 people just got off of the train and came up to the ground, while another 100 people just got off of the bus and are looking around at another 100 people who got off of the plane and are looking at us who got off of the train and the plane and the bus maybe yesterday.
But you should definitely avoid masterpieces like Being Alive.
Someone to force you to care. Someone to make you come through, who'll always be there, as frightened as you of being alive.
Not only does it have that signature Sondheim stamp of complexity, but it's near impossible to separate yourself from the master himself. Unless you can blow it out of the water, people will likely leave talking about how good Sondheim is, rather than how good you are.
Being alive.
Number 2, any Jason Robert Brown song. Every musical theater kid worth their salt loves a good Jason Robert Brown tune.
It means cancel all your parties. Forget your big parade.
Settle down now.
It means the crowds will not be cheering, so despite what you've been hearing, you can lay down your spade.
Which means his songs are frequently used in auditions. Emphasis on the frequent.
I got a singular impression, things are moving too fast.
We can guarantee your casting director has already heard everything from the last 5 years, and probably most of Songs for a New World that day. Maybe twice.
And I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm sure to win with anyone at all.
Plus, like Sondheim, Jason Robert Brown pieces are incredibly hard to sight read. You don't want to be a Kathy in this situation and make the pianist hate you, so might as well choose something else.
Why did I pick these shoes? Why did I pick this song? Why did I pick this career? Why does this pianist hate me?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Anything Goes, Anything Goes. This song ain't the top.
Good authors too, who once knew better words, now only use 4-letter words, writing prose. Anything goes.
Let It Go, Frozen. We're begging you, let this one go.
Let the storm break out. The cold never bothered me anyway.
If I Were a Rich Man, Fiddler on the Roof. You'd be richer if you didn't use this song for auditions.
And it slopes will land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man.
On the steps of the palace, into the woods. Even in fairy tale form, Sondheim should be avoided.
Alright, what do you want? Have to make a decision. Why not stay and be caught? Should I give that a thought? What would be his response? But then what if he knew who I am when I know that I'm not what he thinks that he wants?
This is the moment, Jekyll and Hyde. Your audition is not the moment for this one.
And now the time has come to prove to them I've made it on my own. Now this is the moment, my final test.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Memory. Cats.
I can sing.
You can?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Summer, belt it.
Memory all alone in the moonlight.
Stop,
Not
stop. Okay, good.
There was really only one choice for the number 1 spot. You knew it, we knew it. Sure, it's an absolutely gorgeous song, and without a doubt, the most beautiful song in the show. But let's be real, that's not exactly a unique opinion. And you definitely wouldn't be the first person to take it into an audition.
And now, first grader Martin Tobias and his mother will perform... Oh boy, this is a popular song. Memory from Cats.
Besides being overdone, this song requires a ton of emotional investment. You can't just sing Memory, you have to feel it.
Memory, all alone in the moonlight. I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful then.
The show is literally about cats, so getting the audience to care about the characters takes some serious acting chops. Our best advice? Let the cat keep your tongue if you're planning to audition with this one. Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.
Stepped away out my comfort zone, and now that I've taken a place where